In the article, Evolution of Wearable Devices with Real-Time Disease Monitoring for Personalized Healthcare, it was determined that wearable devices are becoming widespread in a wide range of applications, ranging from healthcare to biomedical monitoring systems, which enables continuous movement of critical biomarkers for medical diagnostics, physiological health, and monitoring and evaluation. So, with that being said, it is quite evident that throughout society there are a lot of elders, meaning that there are various chronic and acute diseases that are becoming more important, and the medical industry is changing dramatically due to the need for point of care diagnoses and real time monitoring of long and short term health conditions. Furthermore, wearable devices have evolved gradually, meaning in the form of accessories, integrated clothing, body attachments, and body inserts. So just in continuation with the previous slide, it is important to highlight that this presentation is going to speak a lot of wearable biosensors, so I thought it was appropriate to just kind of elaborate on the term. So in the article that was mentioned in the previous slide, it was stated that wearable devices or biosensors refers to biological sensors including watches, clothing, badges, glasses, contact lenses, and rings that are conveniently attached to a person's body and provides that individual with a function that distinguishes them from existing devices in terms of portability, ease of use, and environmental adaptability. So additionally, I just wanted to discuss the advantages that are associated with wearable devices. As an athlete, I feel like I benefit a lot from my wearable device. So I own an Apple Watch, and with this particular device, I'm held accountable for any fitness activities I may do. So with that being said, it tracks my steps, tracks my resting heart rate. It can also monitor my oxygen levels. So with that being said, it's also extremely convenient as well because it's a small device, and like I even mentioned, I have my Apple Watch, so I just wear it on my wrist. But I know there are other products such as ankle monitors that a lot of soccer players use in terms of training. So these particular monitors can actually track how fast an athlete's running. And it could also monitor, like I said, their heart rate and their oxygen levels and see how they alter when they're sprinting as to jogging. So, like, it isn't without a doubt that wearable devices have various advantages, but I just thought it'd be beneficial if I shared ones that I have personally recognized during my time of owning one.
There are so many different examples of wearable technology today, and more continue to develop as we speak. This idea of trackable technology is quite amazing. Some of the most well-known types are the smartwatches. From Apple to Fitbit and Garmin watches, we are able to track our cardiovascular health, mobility, activity, medications, and so much more. It monitors insufficient heart rates, which can increase the identification of oncoming illnesses via warning notifications, depending on the settings of the watch. In addition, it tracks irregular rhythms, ECGs, with the ECG specific app. Patients who experience rapid or skipped heartbeat will receive an irregular rhythm notification as well. These watches are great for athletes as they track your activity during a sport or physical activity. This is a great way to keep track of your health and monitor your lifestyle. We also have the Garmin watch. This series is more strictly focused on the activity and fitness. This smartwatch has the ability to trace fitness levels and most commonly used for runners and golfers. Runners are able to monitor their race rates as well as keeping close contact with their heart rate, distance, and speeds, while golfers use this to trace their shots as well as the distance their shot is from the green. So moving on from smartwatches, another interesting type of wearable technology is smart clothing. In addition to smart clothing, a new type that's currently being tested is the sweat sensor. So this device is similar to a waterproof bandage that athletes can use, where they attach it to any part of their body that penetrates or perspires. This patch analyzes an athlete's perspiration via tiny pores on the underside that allow sweat to penetrate the device. The technology detects and notifies the athletes when electrolytes and water need to be replenished. This team has tested the device on athletes during real competition and reported that the patch maintained function even through hours of swimming. Another example is the use of electronic glucose monitors. These monitors are suitable for people who have diabetes and wish to monitor their sugar levels without the regular finger pricks. They utilize a single insertion followed by a phone scanning using an app to track and maintain automatic recordings.
Wearable devices and associated apps have major benefits for those who have financial or geographical barriers. Practitioners likely will free up appointment times, and those patients living at a distance from their doctor will be able to simply upload their data collection from their wearable technology while relieving the financial burden of travel costs. Accessibility of these devices is expected to improve as technology increases and production costs subsequently decrease. In 2022, 320 million people were equipped with wearable health devices. By 2024, that number is expected to reach 440 million. By 2037, wearable technology could save up to $200 billion by its remote patient monitoring devices. Adoption by major tech giants like Google, Apple, Samsung, and Intel should make wearables more accessible and more affordable. Google's aiming to diagnose cancers, impending heart attacks or stroke, and other diseases at a much earlier stage than what is currently possible. Apple's making effort to develop medical sensor-laden devices to monitor blood glucose directly through tears. Intel has launched a wearable-to-analytics device program called Aware that directly ties wearable devices with big data analytics technology. Samsung has a joint venture with medical professionals at the University of California, San Francisco to accelerate validation and commercialization of promising new sensors, algorithms, and digital technology for preventative health solutions. This was taken from a study done by Grandview Research, and there's no wonder why the global wearable technology market was estimated at $61.3 billion in 2022. With a compound annual growth rate of almost 13%, the global wearable technology market is expected to reach almost $200 billion by 2030. Wearable technology will likely expand its closet from watches to smart clothing, glasses, and jewelry in the coming future.
Limitations with wearable devices. Devices could lead to distraction. For many people, wearing this device promotes distraction, especially if the device has haptic feedback or vibration reminders. They can easily break. Depending on where the wearable is worn, it is susceptible to being damaged or broken. Whether you have an active lifestyle or simply everyday wear and tear, these wearable devices are frequently banged up, especially in certain locations that are easily accessible, such as the wrist. They can be difficult to operate. Smartwatches and other devices have a lot of features crammed into a small space. This makes it difficult to learn functions and allowing many features to go unknown, and therefore unused. They may not be compatible with your phone. If you purchase a generic wearable from a website such as Amazon or Walmart, there's a chance it may not be compatible with your phone. Unfortunately, wearables put out by major phone companies such as Apple or Samsung are very pricey, but may be the only option that works with your device. They may not be accurate. Many wearable devices have accuracy issues. For instance, fitness trackers aren't entirely accurate in terms of steps, physical activity/workouts, and calories burned. This can be frustrating if you're trying to reach a specific goal or stay within certain guidelines. They can be bulky and uncomfortable. Another downside to wearable technology is that some devices can be bulky and uncomfortable to wear. This is often the case with fitness trackers that need to be worn around your wrist or ankle. They require frequent charging. This can be a real pain, especially if you're using your device for something such as tracking your sleep patterns or monitoring your heart rate during a workout. Overall, wearable technology is an extremely useful tool that can help deliver accessible healthcare to millions of people worldwide. The benefits of these devices far outweigh the limitations, thus we believe they are valuable tools that will continue to positively impact the healthcare industry.